r/datingoverthirty. Kira US says, is having nearly all female friends as a guy turn off? Due to some of my hobbies and communities, a lot of my friends are female built up over a decade. I'm able to have better conversations with them than I did a lot of my guy friend groups I grew up with who just wanted to get wasted and talk about sports all the time every weekend. I want to be in shape, travel and always learn and grow. A lot of what I do is to also hold safe space, so a lot of these events isn't just me hitting on the women who attend. So despite meeting them, I can't exactly just be dating them all or make a move. It's quite apparently if guys in this niche are in it just to creep. Having a relationship just end. A point of contentment was having all these gorgeous women around. We had a conversation even to say that I chose to be with her despite those other women being around or friends with them, and it's not just about looks. I've been lucky to be around good looking women, but I see past a lot of shallowness and what's in their heart and mind means so much. We went to a festival where I knew many of the attendees, but spent most of my time with her, and after that she ended it saying incompatibility and not much else for discussion. My intuition is saying some of her past traumas are coming up from cheating and neglect, bringing up feelings of inadequacy which we had talked about as well. I would think that having female friends vouching that I'm not a creep and safe to be around would be a good thing, but is it doing more good than harm? I asked one friend, and she said she doesn't think anything of it knowing me, but from someone who doesn't know me, it can seem off-putting. Also, for the record, definitely not gay and 1000% into women and always have been. Edit, just waking up to an angry hateful mob demanding answers, as if getting 6 hours of sleep is not acceptable, and needing to respond to them right away. Top question being asked, how many of them have I hooked up with equals? None of them. I've been in one long-term relationship for most of my adult life, and had 2 kids until something serious happened, and the mom is no longer around. I made a lot of those friendships while I was in the relationship, and they would invite her out for things like girls' nights and brunches. I had to raise the 2 kids, one brand new baby, by myself, and my drinking buddies faded away, while the community women were the ones who stuck around to help by even coming over to hold the baby or bring food to support. These days, my kids go to play with Fizz for most of my normal time. I was by myself for around 3 years dealing with the kids before getting back out there in the last year, now that the kids are a bit older, out of diapers and in school. So no, I didn't run a train on all these women. Ask yourself why they would even be around if I was like that. Assume and accuse all you want, but it doesn't add up. Long Jumping Plane 245 says, so I'm a woman who has more male friends, and I've dated a few men who have more female friends. The fact that you have nearly all female friends is troubling. There are plenty of men who also want to be in shape, travel, and always learn and grow. It's normal to have friends of both genders, even if you lean towards one gender or the other. It's also troubling that you speak so negatively of men. Like most of my friends are men, because my hobbies and interests are more male dominated, but I don't think all women are catty or drama queens or anything. I've met plenty of women I really like and think are nice people, we just don't have enough in common to become close friends. Saying men just want to drink and talk about sports. Have you not met that many men? Most men I know could give 2 shits about sports and are actually great to talk to, and the way you talk about the women is definitely off-putting. If I was dating a dude who had a lot of attractive female friends, and he said things like, but I choose to be with you, it's not just about looks, or I'm lucky to be around good looking women. Oh yeah, I'd be ending that. The guys I've dated who have mostly female friends would never comment on their looks despite some of their friends being quite attractive, and if they told me, but I'm with you baby, because it's not about looks, it'd be done right there. Some of my male friends are attractive, but I would never tell and so sure he's hot, but looks aren't that important to me, that's why I'm with you. Like WTF. And you think you're making it better by saying of course they're hot, but I also love what's in their hearts and minds. And that it's because of the niche that you can't make a move. Kinda sounds like you would if you could. Honestly, this whole post is so weirdly worded. It's definitely off-putting, and I say that as a woman with mostly male friends who has dated multiple guys with mostly female friends. I wouldn't have dated those dudes if they used language like yes they're good looking and I'm lucky to be around them, but I can't make a move and see past looks, so I choose to be with you. I'm guessing you're going to come back like no you misunderstood what I meant, but these are the words you chose and are likely similar to the words you're choosing with your potential dates, and that's why they're getting turned off. It's okay to have female friends, but it sounds like you would if you could with them. Seriously, just saying I'm lucky to be around good looking women is so weird. I don't feel lucky that any of my guy friends are hot. BC, I'm not banging them or planning on banging them. What do I care what they look? Garbage Moth says, totally agree with you. If you imagine a straight man talking about how lucky he is to have such hot male friends. He's so lucky to be surrounded by such sexy men. But looks aren't everything, that's why he's with his girlfriend. You can really get perspective of how inappropriate and weird this is, lol. Bubbles 123,321 says, literally lolled multiple times reading this comment. And I agree 1000%. Lolbra69 says, how many female friends have you slept with or kissed/cuddled? r/datingoverthirty. Redditaquid 798,456 says, not sure what to do or how to act. Hi everyone, M37GF is F43. I have 2 kids, she has 2 kids, been together for almost 8 months. I worked a month-free 9 to 5 type job, she works 6 days a week. She loves me and states I'm everything she's always hoped for in a partner. I love her and feel the same way. My issue is time together. She has 1 night free a week without kids, and the night this weekend she will have kids, which is last minute and it's hurting me. I'm struggling to be patient with only seeing her on such a limited basis. Then when the one possibility for it gets taken away, it kind of breaks me. We spend time together with our kids, but a night without them, or to be intimate, is practically impossible. Even date nights without kids almost never happen. I do love her, I do want her. But I'm struggling to understand if this is even viable for me in the long run. I have asked her if she wants more time with me, and she says yes, but her actions or efforts to make that a reality don't seem to match the words. She is okay with the limited time and states I'm worth it, and she knows that someday we will get to be together more. I guess I'm wondering what you all feel is the right approach. I really do like her and don't want to lose her, but I feel like we never see each other and don't see that changing anytime soon. Do I buckle down and do it and just deal with it? If so, how can I work on not being sad/upset when things like this get cancelled? I have friends and hobbies and work. I have things to do, I'm not bored. I just want time with her. Sigh, typing this makes me feel clingy, lol. Humble Bell says, what option do you have for childcare that she seemingly doesn't have? Is it possible for you to contribute to her childcare? Is it a monetary issue, or just that she doesn't have anyone she trusts to help watch or stay with the kids? Usagi2 Throwaway says, I don't know if this is Op's case, but I feel like as a man he might not be aware of how much extra work women are expected to do in terms of childcare. Even if Op is in very good terms with his ex and taking on 50% of the parenting duties, that's not always the case. I'd argue that that is rarely the case, and women tend to be the primary parent and expected to do most of the childcare. Op, is your concern that she's not prioritizing your relationship, or rather that she's got too much on her plate, what with raising her children and dating you? If it's the latter, I feel it's a bit unfair of you to blame her. As a woman and a single mother, there are certain expectations placed on her by society and her own family that I reckon you should be more understanding of. Slibers at right square bracket 9000 says, you've said you've asked her if she wants to be able to spend more time together, and it was a yes. That's a great first step. Now it's time to communicate the rest of it to her, but perhaps phrase it differently when speaking to her. Also, does she have her kids full time? Do you have your kids full time? What's childcare look like on either end? With those considerations in mind, I'm only working off of days worked in a week here. I'd say something like this. Hey, I know having the kids cuts into our time together, and you're busy, so it makes it hard to plan 4 nights together. But I'm feeling the distance a little more, and I'd love for us to get some more alone time. How would you feel about suggestion? Or is there a way we can hire a sitter and have a day to ourselves? I can help plan it if it makes it easier for you. This approach is solution based, but also takes into consideration her busier schedule, again just based off info you gave in the post. Making time for relationships is a balancing act on both ends. She may have more to do for her kids, or they're younger so need more attention, etc. Not sure how that dynamic is, but it does play a big role in considering your future together. If she's relatively hands-off with the kids, I'd say her lack of planning isn't a great sign. If it's the opposite, well, running a household is a lot of work, so that needs to be given grace. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.